16 cars in my front yard. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruined it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now it's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, gives some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Whip. Watch the whip.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Buccaneers 7, Panthers 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Bridgewater. Caught here by Bell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. Open man, it's Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set, hut. 15 on it. 15 on it. Line's 54. I don't even know why I didn't.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Allen, the intended receiver. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Inside. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Right there. 54. Watch the screen. Hey, watch that.
Throwing is Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Bell. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep it.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Paul Richardson. His first touchdown of the new season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back. To the house for a Buccaneer TD. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 48, Panthers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
27 yards there, a first down.
First down. First down at the 43-yard line.
Hey, ball. Alert. Hey, stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch switch. Hey, watch it.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. 2nd and 10 at their own 28-yard line. 2nd and 10 following that fumble return for a score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Green 18. Check out Reese. Even. 4 down.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's complete to Cobb. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Hausch going to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
The big fella, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And some space here. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen, that's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check Mike 54.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he stays up, fighting through. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jerry Hughes. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Check in. Hey, pick your game up.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Trubisky. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers, he's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ballgame as his guys continue to pour it on. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
You can't block me.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. To return is Roberts, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their play.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field. Almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing here, Trubisky. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Panthers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jerry Hughes, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Nick Perry able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers, he'll rifle this one. It got his man complete. 20. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 65 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DJ Moore with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Brings up third down.
Come on, you got it.
On third down, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard game.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now it's Sproles. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 42-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.